with me, then I propose to go back to Sociology 101, which I'm sure some of you know much better than I do. But let's go back to this fundamental ground for a little while and look at what happens when information reaches a human being. A new information reaches a human being. It is actually quite complex. It may so happen that the new information so accords with our values that we accept it without question. But if you reflect upon yourself, mainly you think about the information that you have received before you either accept it or reject it. Sometimes, as has happened in this workshop to me, you may be actually surprised by a piece of information. And that is the beginning of a change process. Sometimes, after surprise, you may reject it. Sometimes you may reject it without thinking. So human beings are very complex. They are mirrors upon mirrors of thinking about themselves, thinking. It's very simple for a fanatic. Now we are concerned in Pakistan with fanatics. Think of black or white. Either you believe exactly that kind of belief, or you are out of the pale. What happens, Kathy, this is important, when new information reaches a habit in one of us? It is almost like that of a fanatic. The reflections are gone. And so we either accept or we reject. But fortunately, we still have that zone of uncertainty. Kathy's not here, but she gave a wonderful example that when her daughter shared the anguish of her smoking, that is what triggered the 40-year drop of the habit of cigarette smoking. She had managed to surprise and cause a hesitation. I think it's not that health is not important to reflective human beings, but we have ceased to use the health message in a surprising way, causing change of habits. I only met the great Dr. Akhtar Ali Khan 4 times in my life. I am not claiming to be a student of his, so please don't tell Shoaib Sultan or Arif Hassan I was claiming to be a student of the league. But all those 4 times, he was seminal in changing my mind. And once, when I was very young and taking this model of Kurt Levine to him, he said, this is exactly what we do. Only he called unfreeze the incubation period and the freeze as the cementation period. And this model was very important for him in his practice in Organised. It has 2 important implications for us as hygiene reporters. Kurt Levine said that that original unfrozen situation, which seems a status quo, is actually a vibrating situation between progressive forces pushing and regressive forces holding back. We as change agents, we love to work with the progressive forces. It is so good to work with children. But if you understand the change model, it is equally important to work with the regressive forces to reduce their certainties, hopefully to change their habits. But that final part is also important. Once you have established a change, we must work to make the institutions to see that that change sticks. Otherwise, it can relapse back to the original situation of no soap